We're going to talk pet stress. Yes. But Kim, first and foremost, pets are not presents.
No, you know, I think people have good hearts and they think, oh, maybe Dawn like a cat. I know you like cats.
Like this
I'll
one.
get you a cat for Christmas. And really, I should talk to you and find out what you want and what your life is like right now, because maybe you love them, but you're not ready, or you know, maybe in the summer you want one. So I think good intentions, we want to talk to people first and make sure, because it could be a stressor on the animals and on the people.
And we know the holiday season is stressful for people, but what are we doing to maybe contribute to the stress of our pets?
Well, I think, you know, it's a busy time of year. You've got lots of stuff going on, people visiting, things that are risks for the animals, like chocolate, things like that around the home. So I think, remember your pets, remember that all of the stuff going on, you're okay with it and you know what to expect, but they may not. So running to hide, slip out the door, things like that. You want to just protect them.
Loud noises, people getting excited with the boozy parties,
yes,
right?
Yeah. Coming and going, strangers, and if they're nervous of people coming and going, that's when they might slip out the door or run and hide. And just always think of them and how you can protect them and make it fun for them.
And pet sitters, what do we need to watch out for that?
Well, this time of year people are traveling, going on holidays, and even your friends, you may have your friend look after your cats or your dogs. It's new to them. It's not what they can't understand that, oh, I'll be back in 2 weeks. So you want to make sure you have ID on them, make sure you have a list of all emergency contacts. So what if they get out, what if they go missing, who to call, the SPCA, your local animal control, your veterinarian. Make sure if they have a tattoo in their ear, that's up to date. So that if they do, we trace tattoos, we call your vet. But if you forgot to give them your new phone number, then we may not be able to reach you.
Good point. And by the way, this is Commercial and Broadway, Jody and Riaz. This is a stray that's available for adoption today. Isn't, I don't know, is it a he or she? He. I was going to check on her, but I thought I better not. It's a he, Jody and Riaz. We got more with the actual items you want to be careful with having around your home during the holiday season. Yeah, located at 1205 East 7th here in Vancouver. Of course, there are several branches of the SPCA. We happen to be in Vancouver. And who are we with right now, Kim?
This is Lori. Lori's about 2 to 3 years old. She's from our Chilliwack branch, and she came down here in our Drive for Lives program to find her home.
To find her home, and hopefully she will have Christmas with somebody. But again, pets are not presents. And presents could actually be dangerous, or some of the things on the presents for pets, right?
Yes, absolutely. Our trees are so beautiful. There's a couple of things. We put some tinsel up here. Danger for dogs and cats, right? They start chewing it, they ingest it, it gets caught in there, you're at the emergency clinic, and it's really hard on them. Even your ornaments, here they have them hooked up with the little wires. I don't know if you can see it. I would, a good tip is change it to string or something.
Okay.
Something that's not as dangerous, so that it's going to hang on the tree. This gets knocked off. It's also possibly breaking. Animals step in it, lick it. So you want to really just be thinking carefully and for your animals. And I would challenge the kids to go online. We have tips for holiday safety tips, and go around their home, check. Let their parents know, maybe we need to fix this.
Things like plants too, things like poinsettias or whatever, however people want to say it. Not necessarily as poisonous as we thought, but we still don't want them to eat it, but there are actual dangers too.
Yeah, you don't want them to eat it. And there's holly, there's Christmas rose, there's all kinds of different plants. Just put them up out of the way for your cats. Birds too, we often don't mention those, but people have birds as pets. You want to use caution with that too. Put them up out of the way. Chicken bones, turkey bones, things like that. When you're having dinner, you want to make sure that your animals aren't getting into, you're busy, you're cleaning up garbage, they get into it, all of a sudden they've, are ingesting it and sick. What I would watch for too during the holidays is making sure that your animals are eating. If they stop eating and maybe not eliminating, talk to your vet. Like if you're just not sure, talk to your vet, because you never know, maybe they got into something.
So much great information, Jody. For more details and of course those tips that Kim talks about, you can check out the BC SPCA website. I always think it's interesting, the cats like to hide into the trees, right? So it's very important to make sure that everything we have is safe, and I'm going to get rid of that tinsel right now. Yeah, with a little bit of an update, and a lot of people might recognize Biggie from the newspapers.
Yes.
Had this really massive tumor.
It was huge. It was gross.
Looking good though. Yeah. Wow.
That's been removed. He's doing well. He's still looking for a home. I think when you need to know the breed, the Shar-Pei breed, and then also we know that he's not so great with cats or small animals, and maybe dogs. Only because he resource guards, and if you're familiar with that, it's he likes his stuff. He likes to not have others, not to share, I guess.
Yeah, well, wants all the attention,
Yeah.
and you know what deserves lots of attention. Look how beautiful Biggie is. We're talking a little bit about holiday hazards as well. Things like putting, those holiday gifts that are really tempting for pets could be dangerous, right?
Yes, you know your chocolate you put down under the tree or you put on the coffee table, and then what happens? Your dog gets into it, and then you're at the vet's because you didn't think it would happen, but it can. So just caution.
And chocolate is actually potentially deadly for animals, right?
Yeah, you don't want them to get into it. I mean, for me, they eat the chocolate, they eat the plastic, they ingest, like they're just going to town, and then they end up all blocked and not well.
Not well. We also want to talk about some great gifts that give back to the SPCA. I'm wearing a fantastic hat, which would keep me nice and warm, and it supports the SPCA. You have lots of other options here as well, right?
You can go to our website and shop BC SPCA, and we have cardigans, and I don't know if you can see, it's a cat on there. I think in the new year we have ones with dogs on it. The umbrella.
That lights
How
up.
cool is that? Yeah, you can change the colors. If you click again,
there we go.
Different colors.
Yeah.
And when you open it up, it shines so you can clean up after your dogs.
Calendars, we've got t-shirts, so many great things, and lots of great tips, by the way, on how to keep your pet safe during the holidays at the SPCA website. Well, Tango is just beautiful. Kim, tell us a little bit about Tango.
Well, Tango is a young adult. We're saying that he's a mix between a lab and I'm thinking pointer, which means he's got lots of exercise requirements. We have him on a special harness, which is he's not on right now, though I think he needs it at all times because he just wants to go, 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 go. Not good with small animals at all. He just wants to, hunt and find.
And a little bit of space would be nice for him, I'm sure, right? So you can roam around a bit if you can.
Somebody who's, really active. I know he's got somebody interested in him now, so hopefully, they're really active. They want somebody to enjoy hiking with them and biking, whatever they can do, because this guy, he's going to be on the go.
He is beautiful. Let's talk about cold weather safety. We're getting, it's chilly this morning.
Yes. So you want to remember too, like if we get the snow and they start putting the sand and the salt on the roads, you want to make sure that you're checking your dog's feet, cleaning them off, because if that gets in there, in between their toes or digits, and then they start licking and ingesting it, or it just stays in there and gets irritated, you want to watch for that. Even when we like to put coats on them in the winter because it's cold out, remembering that there's safety with that. If you take your dog to the dog park, and if he has his coat on, his movements are restricted or can be restricted, or worse, the other dogs can't read his body language, which they need to do.
So much great information, all of that available on the SPCA website. And if you want to adopt Tango, of course, you can give them a call and find out what's involved. And a reminder, keeping our pets safe during the holiday season, keep tinsel, keep anything that they can ingest out of reach.
That's right. That's absolutely correct.
All right. Thank you so much, Kim. And again, more details, spca.bc.ca.